Good afternoon. First of all, I just want to mention I was just thinking about it and just filled with, just the gratitude of being able to come and play this game when we know there's so much going on out there, all across the Carolinas, and the people that were affected by the weather. We have family members in Asheville, and just talking about the devastation experienced there. And so, we come into this game, with just the gift and the blessing of all what we all get to do here, but I wanted to make sure that I mentioned first our hearts and our prayers. Our whole organization is just behind the relief effort, and another just moment of gratitude for all of our first responders, trying to figure things out, trying to get clean water going, things that we take for granted on a daily basis, but just something that we know that I just want everybody to know that our hearts are with them all as we do this. As far as the game, another step in the right direction in some areas, but early it came down to the ball. That first drive, we got to finish those in the red zone. Decision to go for it on fourth right there. We're knocking on the door. We got to be able to finish that and punch that in right there. But it ended up being a huge part of the game, a huge difference in it. So, but overall, just without watching film, it just felt like just the fundamentals of football. A couple of missed tackles, a few big plays early on, offensively some drops, in some critical situations, just being able to do right longer to finish and execute the way that we know we can. Another great day running the football, the balance of it with the actions and just some near misses, things that we got to make sure that we come up with in that regard, So again, so for me, just talking to the team, encourage that our football continues to improve, but we got to finish and we have to execute. And it all starts with me as the head coach. And as we continue to go back to this practice, just making sure that we're, really paying attention on those critical details of what it takes to play good football against a really good team, obviously with some of their players that made big plays for them today.
Injuries were also a part of the game today. Shaq
Yeah.
Thompson, Josie both leaving the game. What updates have you heard on either of them?
Yeah, we're evaluating Shaq right now. There's something in his lower leg, so it's really we don't know until we get the MRI and get that information, but it was enough that he couldn't finish. Josie had 2 upper leg issues, a groin and a hamstring that kept him out from going back in. Who else did we have there? Those were the 2 right there. And then we had a couple guys that came off for a second. Thurman finished the game after he was taken off, and so we'll give you more information as we evaluate them.
You spoke of wanting to see more offensive consistency. Are you starting to see it now?
Absolutely. 50% on third down. That's a day where you can continue drives and continue to be, aggressive and take your shots, get back to the run game, which all that came to life. But it was about execution, especially in that critical situation. We get the ball back, we're down a touchdown right there, and we got to be able to throw and catch to continue those drives to give us a chance.
I know you said the fundamentals were a problem today, but how much of a killer was that last drive? They scored 66 yards in 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the first half.
Oh, absolutely. That definitely makes things harder. But we keep believing, and we believe that as long as there's time left on the clock, that we can get ourselves back into the game.
I think Deontay should have had the fade at that second and goal.
He had a chance at it. So again, all these things are a day of near misses. We had a couple of balls that went down the field. So I'm excited about that part of our offense to be able to stretch the field as teams know we're going to try to run the ball. This is exactly my dream of how this thing works from an offensive standpoint, and we got to take advantage of those ops.
Defensively, you talk about wanting to be about the ball. How disappointing to see the missed tackles on a couple of their touchdown plays.
Yep, those fundamentals, right? I mean, if we rally up and tackle, make them work, make the opponent, the opposing offense have to work for every point they get, So they got a couple of big plays on us, and that was the difference of the game.
Coach, what did you see out of Xavier today in his growth as an offensive player?
Played fast, did what he was supposed to do, left a couple balls on the ground. That's the step that he's got to make, the fundamental things, right? Is secure the catch and then be special after you do that. So, but again, a cool spark to see him play fast like he's been doing, and gives us a chance to continue to use him in different ways.
How much did, not just not scoring, but it looked like Deontay dropped on the first drive in the end zone. How much did that change the whole game as far as you're concerned?
I don't look at it like that. I take them kind of one drive at a time. That was a great opportunity. I hope we can come up with that play the next time.
Dave, can you take us through your thought process on going for it on fourth and goal, fourth
Yeah.
and inches in that first drive?
About mentality, we pride ourselves on being able to run the football. We did not finish. The guys take that personally. I take that personally. That's something that we have to continue to look at. What's our schemes? What was the breakdown? I'll watch the film and take a look at that. But that was an opportunity for us missed.
Dave, you knew that this was kind of a building block year. How do you balance the long-term thought process with the things that you did well? Like, in order to articulate, hey, yeah, this was a step in the right direction in this area, but in reality, we have a lot more things to improve on.
For me, it's about that 1 week progression. It's about every day getting better and better at our systems. Again, we're still learning all these things and coming together with the communication and all that, and it's been better week after week. And so my approach is the weekly approach. That the Bengals were our opponent. We saw what they did. We saw the schemes that they had. We had great calls against it, and it comes down to execution, So I thought we took a step in some areas, but it wasn't enough to win, and that's the ultimate goal, is to win the football games, and we didn't get that done.
Dave, down on, it's a really bad either way to go, but 4th and 10 from the 8, when you're backed up there, you had the drop earlier with Mingo. Did the Mingo drop really affect whether you go for that or not? And then did you think about going for it even as low percentage as it was?
I thought about it, but in that situation, I was just really putting my trust in our team to play team football to get another shot, to get a good stop, on the following drive, see if we can, have time on the clock to be able to come back and be aggressive and attack. So, but yeah, certainly starting the drive off, trying to get that completion going, and then who knows what happens, So I hate leaving it like that. I hate that feeling of just, we had this opportunity, we played ourselves back in. Xavier with the amazing interception, and the guys fighting to give us a chance. The belief, that's another thing. Talking about the big picture, the belief of this team is there, but we just have to pair it with our execution.
Hey, did you see something on film that led you to think that fake punt might be an option, and what did you kind of see in that?
Yeah, down 2 scores. We had an opportunity right there. We took a shot. It was an aggressive thought right there with our defense, playing better in the second half. And so we took that risk. I love that opportunity. Wish we would have come up with it. Now we're moving the chains and we're back to rhythm, get the offense back out there and see what happens. So I was all in on that decision right there.
Dave, what'd you make of Andy's performance, just generally speaking?
A solid day. I thought Andy just came out and executed the plan again. Hendrickson got a great rush, tipped the ball, from the backside, tipped the ball up, and they got that early interception. That was a rough one, but to see him respond, bounce back, the guys staying together, stay committed to the rhythm and stuff, no panic. We ran the ball. We had the actions. We went down and scored, working our way back into this game. So it was a great response to early adversity, and then I thought just a great job of finishing in general.
Could he have done a better job stepping up on that play?
I don't know. I'll have to check the film out.
And then on your 4th and goal on the first series,
Yeah.
you ran, I think, behind Zavala.
Yeah.
Is that where that run was designed to go?
Oh, yeah. It's a play we know, play that we can execute, and we just got to be better, fundamentally right there and get that push that you're hoping for, so we can, punch those ones in.
Dave, after Josie and Shaq left, who called plays for the defense and how did
Trevin hopped in. He called the plays. He did a great job just getting things organized and communicated. So really just for me, again, it's like the next guy up and the opportunity that provides for us to evaluate our players and to put them out there to see what we have.
When you look at kind of those snapshots of those 2 touchdown scoring drives, the Chuba Hubbard score and then the Leggett one, is that, if somebody from the outside looking in is trying to see what a Dave Canales offense is that, are those 2 drives good hallmarks for what you are planning to do?
As Panthers football, we run the football. We try to run teams into an attitude, and I know that they're going to mix things up, but we executed on those drives. And guys continued in different situations, 2nd and longs, 3rd and shorts, 3rd and mediums, different things like that. So these are all the things we need to continue to gather information about us. But just that mix of it and balance of it is exactly what we're looking for, so we can be an attacking style of offense. My highest view of what we can do looks like those drives, where we continue drives, we're efficient on 3rd down, the run game is solid, and we're throwing and catching like I know we can.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's something that Deontay's been really good at. He's been able to win quick at the line of scrimmage, and just trusting him to be in the right spot. He's been able to find different ways to get open, and so it's a guy I've got a ton of trust in.
Andy, your coaching staff, wants to go for it on fourth downs, fake punt, opening drive, 4th and goal, wants to go for it. What does that kind of say to you guys, whether you execute it or not?
Yeah, we're trying to do everything we can to win the game, and so I love the mindset, the mentality. We're attacking. We're doing what we think we need to do to give us the best chance to have success. And so, I love the mindset that Dave went in with today.
Obviously, this game's a lot about momentum. Obviously a lot you gained last week. How much did you lose today, or can you carry it over to next week?
Yeah, we didn't lose anything today. This was an NFL football game. It came down to a couple plays that made the difference. And so for us, we're going to go back, look at this tape, and there's going to be things that we're going to say, man, if we would have just done that, the outcome could have been different. But there's no momentum. I felt like we fought, and we just came up short today.
How do you balance that kind of gulf between feeling like you found some things you can hang your hat on versus those couple plays you referenced that you got to clean up?
Yeah, I think, for us, we're going to go back and look at a couple opportunities that we would have had that would have kept drives alive, or just gain some yardage on early downs, at least offensively. And so, for us, at least we're putting something out that we know that we can build on. And if we just do a couple little things better, then maybe it changes the whole outcome of the game.
And speaking with Deontay a few minutes ago, he referenced it feeling like a different team. How much of that energy do you feel?
Yeah, I definitely feel it. I think, just of what this team has been through the last several years. And, we were in this game to the very end. And so I think just for us, it's like, all right, how can we change that? How can we, when we get to be in these moments where we have a chance to win, go drive down and win the game? And I think that's, what we're trying to find. We know we're close, and so it's something that we've got to find a way to get it done.
Dave just came in here and said he was pleased with how Xavier played. He played fast. What do you take from Xavier's game today, and how can a game like this help his confidence going forward?
Yeah, I thought X did some good things. He's really good when the ball's in his hand, and so we got to find different ways that we can put him in position to make some of these plays, because I think everybody knows the talent that he has.
And there were a couple drops today from various receivers, younger receivers. As a veteran quarterback who has been in the league for a long time, how do you, instill confidence in those receivers, even though they did make a drop, next play they make a big...
Yeah, I think it's just the communication. As we get going, it's like, the ball's going to come right back to you. And so you're going to get another opportunity. And keep trusting that they're going to make the next one. You can't shy away from it.
Anyone for Andy?
All right, thank you.